Good morning, children. Today we shall be doing some activities to clear the concepts of types of angles. Activity 1. Here we will know different types of angles. The material required for us are a cutout of a circle, a pen, a few pins and thread. So first let us take a cutout of a circle as shown in the figure. Then fold it so that the edges coincide. We have to fold it half so that the edges coincide. You can just see I am folding it half so that the edges here coincide. Now next we have to give another fold to it to make into 4 quarters in this way. So I have given one more fold. Now after this, open it and then you draw the lines in this way. When the lines are drawn, you can see there is center point here, point right to the center point, point on the circle which is on top of the center point, point on left to the center point and point at the bottom of the center point. We will mark them as A, B, C and D, and we will mark the center point as O. Once we do this, we will get something like this. Now here, let us know how we can find different types of angles. You can see here, I have taken 2 pins. What I am doing is, I'll take a thread, fold it exactly into half, and here I will press this way. Now here what you can do is, at A again press another pin. Now this thread is free to move. Now you can see I have already marked O, A, B, C and D. Now after having done so, you can see this, if I keep the thread like this, it is forming a straight line. OA and OC are making opposite rays. So this angle formed by 2 opposite rays is called a straight angle. Angle formed by the 2 opposite rays is called a straight angle. Now this angle, if I take A, O and B, this angle will be equal to 90 degrees. We call such type of angle as right angle. An angle whose measure is equal to 90 degrees is called as a right angle. Now let us know what is an acute angle. Any angle whose measure is less than 90 degrees. See, from 0 degree, all these angles, you can see, all these angles are less than, this is 90 degree line. So this line is making less than 90 degree. So all these angles are less than 90 degrees. So all these angles from this range to this range, all these angles are called as acute angles. They are called as A, C, U, T, E. Acute angles. Now, if you come at 90 degrees, it is called as right angle. So this is here right angle. Suppose I come here, it will be a right angle. And if we exceed 90 degree, the measure of the angles, if it becomes greater than 90 degree, it is called an obtuse angle. So an obtuse angle ranges from 90 degree to 180 degree. That is from 90 degree onwards till 180 degree, till here. We call it a obtuse angle. Once again, this is acute. Suppose I take this angle. This angle is acute. This angle is again acute. This angle will be right angle. This will be obtuse. This is again obtuse. 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 Again obtuse. But the moment we come on, this thread comes on C, the angle here will become 180 degrees. That is, we call it as a straight angle. Anything, so I'll write here obtuse. From 90 degree to 180 degrees, it is an obtuse angle. If you move further, this angle, which is more than obtuse, is called as a reflex angle. Is called a reflex angle. Any angle more than C. This is more than 180 degrees. So this angle is called now reflex angle. This is more than 180 degrees. So any angle here makes a reflex angle. Is it clear, children? So once again, we will reiterate. This is 0 degrees. This is an acute angle because it is less than 90 degrees. In this quadrant, till we reach B, all these angles formed are acute angle. They are, the measure of these angles is less than 90 degree. So an acute angle ranges from 0 degree to 90 degree. An obtuse angle ranges from 90 degree to 180 degree. And if it exceeds 180 degree, it is called a reflex angle. The angle which is exactly equal to 90 degree is called as a right angle. An angle which is exactly equal to 180 degrees is called a straight angle. Now let's move on to yet another activity to clear the concepts of types of angles. Here we are going to make some convex shapes using 3, 4, 5 and 6 matchsticks. We will write their name and the shape formed and also the types of the angles formed. So here the materials required for you to do this activity are some matchsticks, glue and an angle tester which shows 90 degree angle. These three are the main materials which are required to do this activity. So let's start the activity using the matchsticks. Let's make a shape with 3 matchsticks. Can you name this shape, children? This shape is a 3-sided polygon and it is called a triangle. And let's count the number of angles formed. 1, 2, 3. It has 3 angles. Now I'll take the angle tester and keep the one edge of the angle tester on one line. You can just see the other line is crossing it. I'll take a different color angle tester so that it becomes more clearer to you. Call it, this angle is less than 90 degrees. Similarly, if I keep it here, you can again see the angle formed is less than 90 degrees, and here again if you keep it like this, the angle formed is less than 90 degrees. So all the three angles formed are less than 90 degrees. So there are three acute angles formed here. Okay, now let's take another shape. You can see this is a shape formed using 4 matchsticks, and if you keep the angle tester here, see this angle is equal to 90 degrees, this angle too is equal to 90 degrees. Check the third angle, again it is 90 degrees, and the fourth angle, again it is 90 degrees. So this is a 4-sided polygon. We call any 4-sided polygon as a quadrilateral. This is a special type of quadrilateral which is called a square, because all 4 sides I have used are equal and all angles are equal to 90 degrees. So it has 4 right angles. Now let us take one more picture. This is formed using 5, see you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight lines. I have used 5 matchsticks each. Now I keep the angle tester here. See, you can very clearly see this line is crossing. So it is, and here the 90 degree line goes here. So this angle is more than 90 degree. Similarly, if I keep it here, it again is crossing, which shows that it is more than 90 degree. Again, if you keep it here, it is more than 90 degree. Again, if you keep it here, it is more than 90 degree. So all the angles formed here are more than 90 degrees. So this is 5-sided polygon. We call it as pentagon, and it has 5 obtuse angles. Similarly, I will take one more picture. It has 6 sides. You can just see. And if you keep the angle tester at any angle, you can see that the angle is crossing. So almost all the angles are more than 90 degrees. So you can just check, all the angles are more than 90 degrees. So this is a 6-sided polygon. We call a 6-sided polygon a hexagon, and it has 6 obtuse angles. Similarly, children, as you go on increasing the number of sides, the angle will remain now obtuse. Only in case of triangle, all the 3 angles will be acute angles. In case of a polygon, a 4-sided polygon, if it is a square, all 4 will be right angles, else 2 sides will be right angles and 2 sides will be, for example, I'll just show you. Suppose I am using 4 sticks. Suppose I construct it like this. This is again a quadrilateral and I have made it using 4 sticks. But if I use the angle tester and check the angles, see, this angle is more than 90 degrees, whereas this angle is less than 90 degrees. Again, this angle is more than 90 degrees and this angle here is less than, you can check, this angle is less than 90 degrees. So 90 degrees and two of the angles are less than 90 degrees. So in case of a quadrilateral, either it has 4 right angles or one or more angle may be equal to right angle or more than right angle also. If it is a pentagon, mostly all the sides are equal and all the angles will be obtuse unless and until you press one of the corners in such a way that the at least two or more than two angles will be obtuse angles. The angles may vary. In this case, all the angles are obtuse. But if I use a shape in this way, for example, suppose I am constructing a polygon in such a way, a pentagon in such a way that suppose I have constructed it like this. Now here, if you use angle tester, you can see this angle is equal to 90 degree. Whereas this angle is also equal to 90 degrees or slightly less than, you can see it is less than 90 degrees. So it depends. Suppose I further press it in this way. Suppose I take the pentagon in of this shape, you can very clearly see this angle is less than 90 degrees. So in case of a pentagon, the angles, some angles can be obtuse, some angles can be acute. And in case of a hexagon, almost, if it is a regular hexagon, all the angles are obtuse. Even if it is a regular pentagon, all the angles here are obtuse. Now, this is the third activity where we are again knowing more about the types of angles. In this activity, we will take a square piece of paper as shown in the figure, and then we will be doing some folding activity to know more about the angles. The material required here are a square piece of paper, glue, and the angle tester. So 3 things we will be requiring: 1, 2 and 3. So let us start. At first we will take a square piece of paper. We will fold it into half so that the edges coincide. You can just check how I am folding. This is the way we are going to fold so that we get the second figure here. Now we will make another fold. So it will become a small square of this shape. Again, we are going to open it. So we will get this shape. And finally, see, you can see, children, there is an imprint of the fold here. We will mark it with dotted lines. And then here we are going to fold it in this way so that one of the, see, this edge meets the dotted line. So we get a figure of this shape. Lastly, we will be getting a figure of this shape. Once we get this, we shall use the angle tester to measure the angles formed. See, earlier it was a square piece of paper. All the angles here were equal to 90 degrees. All the corners making 90 degrees. So there are 4 corners for a square piece of paper and all the angles are equal to 90 degrees. Now, once we have folded it, we will get this shape. Now we shall check the angles using the angle tester. So this angle here is equal to 90 degrees. Second angle equal to 90 degrees. So simultaneously I will write here, this is 90 degrees. Second angle is also 90 degrees. Now coming to the third angle. Children, if I keep it like this, you can see this line is crossing and it is more than 90 degrees. So this angle is obtuse. I'll write OB for obtuse. This is a obtuse angle. And if I keep the angle tester here, you can see this is lesser than 90 degrees. It is an acute angle. I'll write ACU for acute. OBT for obtuse, ACU for acute. So there are only 4 angles at the 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count the number of acute angles. So there is 1 acute angle. So I write 1 acute angle. There is 1 obtuse angle. And there are 2 right angles. So now we shall do one more activity of the same kind. Here again we will be requiring a square cutout of a paper like this, and glue and the angle tester. So 3 things we will be requiring. 1 square cutout of paper, glue and angle tester. So with 3 things we are going to solve. So first I will take a square piece of paper. Then I will be marking 2 points P and Q. See here, as shown in the picture, I will be marking 2 points P and Q. And then I will fold it along these points. We will be getting a shape in this manner. Now you can just check, you will be getting this kind of figure. Now here we will see how many angles are formed. This is 1 which is exactly equal to 90 degrees, since it is the same corner of the square. Since this is also the same corner of the square, this is also 90. This is also same corner of the square, this is also 90. So we have 3 right angles. Now if you see this angle, and there is one more angle here. So now here in this paper you can see 5 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now coming to these angles, if I keep the angle tester here, you can see the lines are crossing. So it is more than 90 degrees. This angle is more than 90 degrees. Suppose I keep it here, you can see this line is exceeding. So this angle, if I keep, okay, you can just check. So this becomes 90 degree, whereas here it is going beyond 90 degree, isn't it? So this is more than 90 degree. So I'll write it as obtuse angle. So OBT for obtuse, and again this is an obtuse angle. I'll write OBT. So I have 1, 2, 3 right angles, two obtuse angles, 1 and 2, and there are no acute angles, so 0 acute angles. So again, even in this picture you can check, this is a right angle, 1, second right angle, third right angle. This angle is more than 90 degrees. See, this is 90, so this is more than 90. So this is obtuse. If I keep it here, this is again more than 90 degrees. So this angle is also obtuse. So among 5 angles, 1, 2, 3 are right angles, 2 are obtuse, and there are no acute angles. Good morning, children. Now we will do yet another activity to verify the angles. See, children, the hands of the clock will many a times when it is rotating throughout the day makes an angle. This is the hour hand of the clock, this is the minute hand of the clock, and there will always be an angle between the hour hand and the minutes hand. So when these rotate, many a times they make different types of angles. Today we shall know what are the time when these angles are very specifically acute, obtuse, right, and straight. So first let us know when do they make a straight angle. This is 6 o'clock. You can see the minute, the hour hand and the minute hand are exactly making a straight angle. The angle between the hour hand and the minute hand is 180 degrees. So morning 6 o'clock, that is 6 a.m. and evening 6 o'clock, that is 6 p.m. you can find that the hands of the clock make 180 degrees with each other. Now suppose it is 6:30 and the angle here is very small, less than a 90 degrees angle, that is less than a right angle, so it is an acute angle. Now again let us move the hands and check. 8:30. So 8:30 a.m. you can see the angle is less than 90 degrees, so it is again an acute angle. Now what will happen when it is 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.? Check the hour hand of the clock and minute hand of the clock. The angle here is 90 degree. So at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., that is twice in a day, you can see that the angles made by the hour hand and the minute hand is 90 degree, that is a right angle. You can check the hour hand is at 3 and the minute hand is at 12. At 3 o'clock, that is 3 a.m. in the morning and 3 p.m. in the afternoons or evening, the angle will be again 90 degree. So 4 times, totally 4 times, 9 a.m., 9 p.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand is exactly equal to 90 degrees. 2 o'clock, what is the angle? The angle is, yes, an acute angle. Suppose it is 1 o'clock. Again you can see the angle is an acute angle. Whereas suppose it is 4 o'clock. Now you can see this angle between hour hand and minute hand is more than 90 degree. So it is an obtuse angle. Similarly, if it is 5 o'clock, you can check again it is more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. So it is again an obtuse angle. So children, this is an activity where you can move the hands of the clock, practically do it and see during which all time the hands of the clock, that is hour hand and minute hand, is making right angle, obtuse angle, acute angle and straight angle. Once again, if it is 6 o'clock, just check. If it is 6 o'clock, the angles here are straight angle. So don't forget 6 a.m., 6 p.m. The hands of the clock are making straight angle. 9 a.m., 9 p.m. and if it is 3 a.m., 3 p.m. These 4 times, 9 a.m., 9 p.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m. the hands of the clock make 90 degrees. If it is 2 o'clock, the hands are making acute angle. If it is 1 o'clock, again hands of the angle making acute angle. Similarly, if it is 11 o'clock, the hands are again acute angle. 10 o'clock, hands of the angle I'm again making an acute angle. So, okay, if it is, see, 10, 15, this angle is more than a right angle. So, it is an obtuse angle. If it is 9:15, again an obtuse angle. 10:15, again an obtuse angle. If it is 11:15, again an obtuse angle. Now, so you can move the hands of the clock, children, and during different times of the day you can find out what kind of angles these hands of the clock are making. Thank you.